Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. My name is Baron Collins Hill, and today we are talking about my 5 favorite apps for smartphones that help me grow as a musician and as a mandolin player. These are great apps whether you play mandolin or guitar or any other instrument, so they're not mandolin specific. A lot of them are available for free, and they've really helped me grow as a musician, so I can't wait to tell you about them. First up, we have a tuner app. Now there's tons of tuner apps out there. Many of them are free. They're really handy. You have clip-on tuners and that's great, but sometimes the batteries die, sometimes you forget them at home. Generally, I have my smartphone on me and it's an opportunity for me to just have a quick emergency app. And honestly, I use my smartphone tuner more than I do clip-on tuners these days. This is an app called Tuner T1 Pro. I find it to be very accurate, definitely a larger screen than you get on one of those little clip-on tuners, and very useful. Next up, we have a metronome app. Metronome apps are super handy to help you build speed and really clean up your playing. A metronome is one of the most useful tools. It really can help you build rhythmic stability into your playing and really dial things in a way like no other musical tool can. Just like with the tuner apps, there are tons of free metronome apps out there. This one I believe is called Metro Timer. I'm not really beholden to any of these apps that I'm talking about. There's no sponsorships or anything. But one function that I like on this one, although many have it, is you can tap your tempo in. Tapping in a tempo is really helpful if maybe you're hearing a piece of music and you're saying, how fast is that? It's a great way to build sort of an internal clock and know how fast music is going so that you know how fast you would like to play. Bluegrass can go by really quickly, or maybe you're even at a dance and you're saying, wow, this is great, and it seems like the dancers need this particular speed. What speed is that? I played at a dance the other week where everyone was playing at 135 beats per minute, which is very fast. It's this fast. Let's see. Go up to 135. That's 136, but close enough. So that'd be like... And it was so fast. So while I was playing, I was like, wow, this is really fast. How fast is this? Whipped out my phone and used that little tap tempo to figure it out and thought, okay, 135. That's about as fast as I really ever want to play, but it was super fun to play that fast, and I wouldn't have that sort of sense of scale and how fast I was actually playing if I didn't have a metronome app that I could reference. Next up is a simple voice memo app. This is just the built-in voice memo app on my iPhone, but there are tons of free apps out there. It's a great way to record tunes at sessions and jams if you hear something you really want to learn. Make a quick recording of it, and then you'll have a reference to go back and learn it later. It's also a great way if you ever jot down little ideas that you're playing, like, ooh, that sounded nice. Maybe I can turn that into a song or a tune. It's a great opportunity just to have a voice memo app on your phone and be recording so you can capture those ideas for later. Another app that I love to use on my phone is a slow downer app. This is the amazing slow downer. It does cost a little bit of money and it's not the cheapest app out there, but it's super useful. There are other options to look into as well. Slow downer apps are amazing. I'm not going to use it because I'd be playing copyrighted music and YouTube doesn't like that, but it's an opportunity and gives you functionality to take any song that you have in your library and slow it down or speed it up, dial it in to just the speed that you want. Even has tools like if the recording you're listening to is a little out of tune, you can adjust the pitch a little bit, make little loops. There's lots of great functionality in these slow downer apps, so I highly recommend getting one. It's a great way to slow down a tune and work it out by ear rather than relying on trying to learn it at a breakneck speed. Last, but certainly not least, is an app I've really been enjoying in the last year or so. This one is called Decibel X, but what it is it takes in sound information from your environment and tells you how loud your environment is. This is a great way to protect your hearing as a musician, especially if you're playing on stages or going to really loud concerts. You do want to protect your hearing because you don't want hearing problems later on in life, and this is a great way just to have a reference and say, how loud is it in this environment? And this one has a lot of cool tools where it'll say, hey, you've been listening to music really loud for X amount of time, and that is going to hurt you. So maybe cool it off a little bit and go to a quieter environment or turn the volume down, because it's really important as musicians to maintain our hearing. So those are the 5 apps that I use most as a musician. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I don't really care about any of the brands of the apps that I was using. And honestly, because I have an iPhone, there's going to be tons of Android users out there that are going to have different options that I don't know about. So the thing to do is just look up a tuner app or a metronome on your app store and see what you can find. Again, so many of these apps are free. The only exception here was the Amazing Slowdowner, I think, was the only one that I'm actually paying for on my phone. It was a little bit expensive, but I use it so much and it's got so much functionality that I really think it's worth it. I would love to hear from you. What are your favorite apps? Did I miss anything? Leave a comment down below, because I'm always looking for other tools that are going to help me improve as a musician. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.